Everybody, welcome in to A Reel and a Beer. Got a little different setup tonight. It's just me and my man Peebs. Got a little bit of a laid-back show we're going to do. Something we've been chatting about, over the last couple of weeks. We just never dove into it. Tonight's the night we're going to dive into it. And we're straight up talking about comedy tonight. Not just comedy movies, but comedic actors as well. This is something I believe everybody's on board with. Who doesn't like a good comedy?
Yeah, and I think this is the first time we've really majorly touched on comedy. We've done serious, we've done comic book movies into the ground, but I mean, that's what's popular right now. I mean, comedy's kind of, it comes and goes. You'll get a year where you have about 4 or 5 really good comedies, and you get a year kind of like this year where it's just dry of comedies.
I haven't had nothing that's really jumped out at me, you know what I mean? Like that it was just like, oh man, I can't wait to get that on DVD, or I don't even know if there's any I'd watch once it comes out that is launched this year.
I can't think of off the top of my head.
I mean, I don't know of any either.
It's been kind of the year of the blockbuster so far.
Yeah, the Blockbuster Fatigue show we did was phenomenal. Talking about that, but yeah, without how we're going to do it, we want your opinions first and foremost. You guys tell us, some of yours in the comments, and obviously on Facebook, we want to put this on there so we can get some chatter going, which we love to do, is get chatter going on Facebook. But we're going to give you 5 movies that Peeves and I think are our top 5 favorite comedies of all time.
Not real any order.
Yeah, just he's gonna name one, I'll name one. He'll name one, I'll name one, and then we're going to go from there. Well, I'm kind of going to get mine in a little bit of an order, but once you get to the top 5, they're all good in your opinion. And then after that, we're going to dive into our top 3 favorite comedic actors of all time. And I think that's where me and Peebs and I parts roads. We're similar on some of our movies, but Peebs, you're going to have the honors tonight. Give me one of your top 5 favorite comedies and why.
I'm going to go. Let's start off with Liar Liar.
Fantastic movie.
It's great to me. Maybe top 3 Jim Carrey performances. He kind of stole the thunder on the other one and went ahead and called it. That would be the other Jim Carrey movie I would have picked. But between that, Liar Liar, Cable Guy, and which some people don't like Cable Guy, and I understand that really
it's a dark humor.
It's dark humor, and dark humor is not everyone's cup of tea. And Dumb and Dumber, and all 3 of those movies are great. To me, what makes Liar Liar stand out is just his physical acting, along with his deliverance.
Goddamn pins.
Yeah. It's just like
Royal Blues.
My all-time favorite scene of that movie is after he beats his own ass in the bathroom, which that scene by itself is great, because the dude walks in and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm kicking my own ass. What does that look like?" But then he goes into the courtroom and the judge is like, it's like, "Can you describe the dude?" And he just sits there and gives a perfect description of himself to the judge. He's like, tall, like 6-foot-ish, kind of gangly-ish teeth. And then he's like, "Can you continue?" He's like, yes. So he just the expressions, his body humor, he does it so good. He did it great in Ace Ventura too. I think that'd be the other movie that really stands out where he does body humor, like lets his body be part of the humor.
I think he got a lot of that from In Living Color. Some of his characters.
Yeah,
there.
I agree. I think that's why I would go with Liar Liar, is because it's not just his lines in it that are comedic. It's just watching his expressions, watching him do these weird poses and stuff with his body, fighting with his own hand with the pen. It's yeah. We'll just go with that.
That's a good one. I guess my number 5, or one of my top 5s, I'd probably put it at number 5. I'm gonna have to go with Ted. A simple fact. I mean, let's look at what we're looking at here. Who I thought Wahlberg did a phenomenal job playing that role of the goofy stoner friend. That's kind of unsure of himself and kind of finds his way. But then you got Ted. I mean, let's just look at what we're talking about here. The movie opens up with him smoking a bong on the couch. And on top of that, we got a teddy bear who's a pothead, who's alive, and he's got a Boston accent. I mean, are you kidding me right now, dude? Do you not remember the opening scene?
Yeah.
When he's talking about, I don't really want to say it on here, when he's talking about girls from Boston having orgasms. Hide.
I'm not a big fan of Seth MacFarlane humor. I know a lot of people love his humor, but I enjoyed the first Ted, and then the second Ted to me just felt like another washed up bunch of the same jokes, but...
Dude, what about him driving the damn car to take him off? You can see. All you see was his eyeballs. He slams his arm.
Mark Wahlberg, let's talk about his performance. I mean, it's a very out of character performance for him, and I think he really nailed it. But then again, him just playing some crazy Boston character is usually a performance that's right up Mark Wahlberg's alley.
You sprinkle in. It's hard for me to imagine somebody who played the role of shooter, and then the role of lone survivor, Marcus Luttrell, to sitting on the couch with a damn teddy bear smoking pot, and make it funny.
Yeah.
And hopping up Flash Gordon.
And make it believable too. I mean,
I know, dude. That movie, it's just one of those movies that kind of takes you off. I mean, it's like, what the hell? The first time I watched it, I was like, I seen people getting up, walking out. Like, they had church groups in there watching it and stuff. And I was like, wow.
The movie I saw the most people walk out of was The Wolf of Wall Street. I think that theater was about half empty by the time that movie was over.
It's a rough one, man. But, I'm going to go with Ted. Pete, what's your next one?
I'm going to go with The Interview. Seth Rogen, James Franco. I guess it was a little bit more relevant at the time because tensions were very real with North Korea.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember our theater here in Gadsden didn't actually get it. I had to drive to Boaz, which is, just about a 30-minute drive from here, to really terrible cinemas there to watch it. And then little did I know, like a week later, it was on Netflix already, but I didn't know that at the time. I was like, hey, I'm going to get a chance to go watch this in theaters. But, oh my God, I mean, just portraying Kim Jong-il as, I don't know, just a fun-loving, psychopath. All he does drugs, just shoots basketball, drives around the tank, blowing stuff up. I mean, that's how I'd be if I was a dictator, so.
Oh, yeah.
Then Seth Rogen and James Franco, they have such a great comedic and serious, relationship in movies. They pull off roles from each other so well. They bounce off each other so well.
Similar, yeah. They murder pothead roles. They got similar traits. I mean, their sense of humor is similar. Well, I could see them two guys in real life hanging out.
I think they do. I'm sure. If I remember correctly, they're actually really good friends in real life.
I mean, I could see that easily, man, for real. I could really see that.
Seth Rogen, he really hasn't done anything serious to, any sort of success. But then you look at James Franco, and he has the comedic side, and then he has this actor side. And you're like, holy God, is that the same person? What is this?
What about he's in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man?
Oh God. Yeah.
There's nothing good come out of that.
The villains in the first two were good. But now we're getting off on comic book movies again. There we go.
But I just had to throw that in.
Can we go one episode without comic book movies get thrown in? But to me, no, at the time, it was just such a touchy subject, and they did it in such an untasteless, comedic way. It's not a believable movie, and it's just, I couldn't stop laughing for the whole movie. So, to me, that's what it was. I guess just because of the tasteless humor at the time, because bad, and I'm pretty sure probably Kim Jong-il, but he probably enjoyed it. It seems like a movie he would probably enjoy since he loves American cinema. So who knows? Bo?
I did some rearranging from the time I walked in the kitchen to come in here. My number 4, I'm gonna go with old school. And there's one main reason I'm gonna go with old school. Me personally, I think the greatest comedic role ever is Frank the Tank. That is the funniest character I've ever seen. That role right there is absolutely, I can't say enough good things about it. It's the first time I've ever really noticed like Will Ferrell like step out and just take over. And he's really not supposed to be the main character in that movie, but he destroyed that role. And when he's out there with the damn Red Dragon drinking some cheap beers and she's like, please don't start drinking, don't turn into Frank the Tank. Oh honey, it's dead and gone. And he gets that first sip, man, and he hits that. It's so good when your hit your lips, give me another. And then the next thing you know, they're riding downtown Main Street. What the hell, that's disgusting. And come to find out it's him. We're going streaking. And his wife and them's in the car. I mean, that dude. And then, just the whole movie, dude. Like when he's up there, like trying to haze these guys and
dear God.
And he has no control. He just screams out fuck. That's all he had. He had nothing, no big speech, no nothing. He just jumps at them and yells fuck. And then he's like talking down to Blue. And what about when he gets hit with the damn dart in the neck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's not just him. Everybody in that movie killed. I thought Vince Vaughn killed. Wilson killed. They all. The movie's hilarious from top to bottom. You got a bunch of, guys in mid-30s maybe at the time. Moving to a college town, starting a fraternity, and they get a 90-year-old in there. Movie's unbelievable. I absolutely love that movie. We're running a little long, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick it back to Peeps.
My next one is Little Nicky. I had to think very hard about the 3 big Adam Sandler movies because, as everyone knows now, everything Adam Sandler does is complete shit. But I had to take a pause on that one because I was trying to think, has there been a good one in a second? And then I realized there hasn't.
What was his last?
Maybe Big Daddy? I don't know.
It was alright.
It was alright, but it's not been as bad as...
He got to where he was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
The same jokes.
I would say his last movie that he put out that I actually enjoyed watching was Click. And
it was alright. I don't think it's in his top 5 though.
Now I'm not saying top 5, but I'm saying the movies that you can watch and enjoy. But no, to me, Little Nicky, just everything about that movie, from Ozzy showing up at the end to save the day, finding out, about his mom and, angels don't age. One of the greatest lines of all time, Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome. Him sleeping on the heater. The dog that just, walked around and talked. His roommate in that movie. He's like, I've always wanted to do this. He's killing him in the bathtub. It's got some comedic gold to it. But like I said, from his big 3, that's probably mine because that was the one that really stuck out. I think childhood favorite because Billy Madison didn't really understand the whole going back to school during, Dad's Trust thing when I was a kid. And Happy Gilmore didn't understand how golf could be funny. But
that one got me, bro.
But, I was a kid when these movies came out and you were not. And
I'm old.
Yeah, you're old. Little Nicky just always got me because, what's not funny about the Devil's Son doing stupid shenanigans? But,
I'm gonna have to go number 3 is The Hangover, the original. I changed a few of mine. I have to go. I've never, very few times have I been in a theater and just been blown away. That was one of them. I seen the previews in that movie and I thought, that looks like it might be funny, but I've already seen, like a Weekend at Bernie's type feel.
Yeah.
There's like a situational comedy in a movie where they're they got somewhere and they got to get out of it or something. But then when I started watching it, dude, everybody played off everybody. You want to say Zach Galifianakis just murdered it, and he did. Alan destroyed in that movie. Galifianakis was phenomenal, but everybody played off of him. And I thought Bradley Cooper, who you wouldn't think you'd always picture him more of a jock type, and I mean he played semi-jockish, arrogant douchebag in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like he was setting the ball on the tee for Zach Galifianakis to knock it out of the park. He did a phenomenal job in that movie. Everybody did. I mean, that movie's one of the movies that has no weaknesses. The first one, dude, like, the other two was just kind of hashed off of that one. They all had funny parts.
Oh, yeah.
But the first one, man, was so genuine, never been done. I thought it was just highs up here. I don't know any love. I don't know that movie had any drag. It may drag for 10 or 15 seconds and something else happened.
Yeah.
Hilarious movie. Peeps?
These would probably be close to my number one is going to be my number one favorite comedy of all time because it's also in like my top 10 movies of all time. But my number two is probably top 20 movies of all time, and that'd be Step Brothers.
Mm.
I remember going to the theaters to see that movie, and I really didn't have that much expectation for it. To me, Will Ferrell can be kind of hit or miss. His comedy is an acquired taste, and as he mentioned, Frank the Tank. I won't argue that's a definite hit. But I went in and I was like, okay. And then it starts, and you're just like,
it's a barrage, dude.
It's a barrage. It's a sensory barrage, and
the scene where he's like, he starts singing, and then what he's singing.
Oh yeah.
Let's give them something to talk about. But then he acts like he was terrible. He goes, I don't know the sound in here, and I don't really get the reverb I like. And he's knocking himself out. And then he turns around and goes, you got to know that I know talent. I can't even look at you right now. That was amazing. He goes, are you messing with me, man? And then he finds out he's not messing with me. He goes, well, you know, I mean, it kind of felt like I was kind of like hovering above myself, looking down on myself as I suck. After he just got through dogging himself out. I'm like, oh, dude.
Yeah, when they go through all the things and they're like asking each other their favorite thing, they each come out with the same episodes like, dude, did we just become best friends? Dude, I think we did just become best friends.
What, non-pornographic movie?
Yeah.
Check out, dude. Good housekeeping.
Yeah.
It's just off the wall shit, like putting down the pillows in the oven and shit.
The building the bunk beds.
Yeah. Why'd you let me do it? It's such a bad idea.
And when they're trying not to sell the house too.
Oh yeah.
And then
clan members.
Yeah. Like, oh, you won't mind that house? Like, a couple was murdered in there last week. That's why it's up for sale for so cheap.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
And then you get to the end and you have the Catalina wine cooler.
Oh yeah, Catalina wine mixer.
Wine mixer, whatever.
Yes.
And
great Italian song.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic song.
And it's actually Will Ferrell singing it.
He really sung that?
Yeah.
Nah.
We're fact checking.
Surely not. Did he really?
I want to say pretty positive.
Well, I know that song's fantastic, like the real one.
With that great movie, I'm gonna let him go ahead and go to his while
Like fact checking?
Yeah.
All right. My number two, it's a close two. If there's ever been anything rival my number one, it's this movie right here. I'm going Wedding Crashers. Wedding Crashers to me set the bar so high, like it hasn't been touched since. My number one come out a little before Wedding Crashers. Since Wedding Crashers, dude, nothing's beat it. The movie to me is absolutely phenomenal. Another reason I really love Will Ferrell is he's humble enough to take small roles. You'd never see like Jim Carrey in his prime or like a Chris Farley or somebody like that in their prime, or even Sadler in his prime, just take a miniature role like that. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, in my opinion, is the best duo off of each other. They play well off of each other. The movie was written fantastically. It has no drags in it. I've laughed and I laughed and I laughed to the point I was hysterically laughing in a theater. It's one of the very few movies that. Well,
it is him really singing and Willie John C. Raleigh on the drums at the end scene of that movie.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
I didn't know John C. Raleigh was really on the drums, but he really is just kind of messing around. But yeah, yeah,
yeah. But yeah, the movie, when they break apart, and Owen Wilson goes in that downward spiral, and he's sitting there and he's like crashing weddings and knocking over tables and shit, and he's losing it. And his damn phone rings, and you hear him go. His answering machine picks up and he goes, "This is John, whatever." Just little shit like that. It's hilarious to me. And then all of a sudden, you think the whole movie's about to die out and it's terrible. Then, bam! That shot of adrenaline when he shows up over to Chaz Reinhardt's house, and you see Will Ferrell walk down the stairs. He goes, "What in the fuck do you want?" He goes, "I'm a friend of Jeremy's, dude." He goes, "Why didn't you say something, bro? I almost nunchucked your ass."
I don't really like Wedding Crashers, but like he said, Will Ferrell
taking that role,
being humble enough to take a role like that, and just his part in that movie is great.
God, dude, he's just a shot of adrenaline because the movie it kind of started the deal. I mean, it had it was just they had them highs of when they was trapped out there, and then when they got back to civilian world, and he went this way and he went this way.
Yeah.
You'd see spurts of comedy. Vince Vaughn basically didn't do anything. Owen Wilson was doing shit. And then all of a sudden I was like, man, please don't let this movie drag. And then he shows up over there, bro. And I was like, please let this be Will Ferrell. Please. He come down fast. He just looks at him right in his face and goes, "What in the fuck do you want?" He goes, "Come on, man. I'm John, friend of Jeremy's." He goes, "Why didn't you say something, bro? Almost nunchucked your ass." And I'm like, and then he hits the world famous, "You hungry, bro? You want something?" "Mom, the meatloaf." And then he about a minute later, "Mom, the meatloaf, fuck." I'm like, bro, this is genius, bro. This movie's hilarious. Peeps.
Number 1.
I gotta hear this.
Top 10 movies of all time. My favorite movies. Christmas Vacation.
Don't argue.
Dear
Don't
God.
argue that.
Cousin Eddie is probably the best comedic character ever put on any screen ever.
He's in top. He's in my top too. He's up my top. Near my top.
That whole movie though is set up by Chevy Chase. He does, like he was talking about in The Hangover, he sets up the tee for all the other cast members to tee off, to hit the golf ball again and again and again. And I mean, Chevy Chase hits quite a few himself in that movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he nails it.
Hanging up 25,000 Christmas lights or whatever. Them having to turn on the emergency nuclear power when he actually gets it going. But
dude, scene after scene with him in that movie.
Every scene is just really rememberable because we all have had, shitty Christmas get-togethers, and we all know what it's like to have crazy family members. Maybe not some as bad as Cousin Eddie, but there's at least a family member in that movie that you can identify with that's in your family.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you say there's not, then you probably don't have a big family. Like the sleepy grandparents or whatever, great uncles or whatever, the in-laws and the parents come over to stay, and you see the just stepdad and the real dad just both there sleeping, watching the parade.
What about this little stuff that you wouldn't even pick up? I mean, when you go back and watch it 50 times, like we all have,
oh my God, yeah.
It's like, where are you going to put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
Yeah.
It's just little shit like that, dude. Like the whole.
Or when he's staring at it, he's like, "Dad, that won't even fit in our yard. It's not going in our yard, Russ.
Yeah.
It's going in our house."
Yeah. And then she's over there, got frostbite on the lip.
Yeah.
She's frozen, honey. It's all part of the experience.
Yeah. But Cousin Eddie in that movie, from kidnapping the boss to emptying the shitter out of the mobile home into the gutter.
The Walmart scene, that's one of the most underrated scenes. Because I don't even know if you've noticed this though, but when he's in there putting stuff in the buggy, Clark like puts them light bulbs in there and he just throws a 50-pound bag of dog food on.
He throws 3 bags of dog food on top of everything. And just Clark just kind of look.
And then he's like, "Go ahead and get yourself something nice too, Clark.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bit better next year." You're like, and then he's like Chevy Chase under his breath when he says, "Can I get anything else for you, Eddie? Drive you out in the desert, leave you for dead."
Yeah.
He's just like.
After he breaks his little windmill, he's sitting there
just knocks it out.
Yeah. Sitting there scooping up eggnog. He's like, "Can I get you some more eggnog? Drive you out in the middle of the desert, leave you for dead." Nah, Clark, your hospitality's all I need.
My brother, your son's starting a new career. Really? College? No, Carnival.
Yeah. Oh, you must be proud.
Dude, that movie's.
We can sit there and probably quote this movie all night.
That's what makes great movies, though.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this.
But what I think makes it to the next level is like what I was talking about is the fact that we've all got a family member like that you can relate to somewhere in that movie. The poor cat that gets shocked by the Christmas tree.
Eat up.
The crazy dog that gets loose. Oh my god, I can just go on and on about this movie. Okay, on to your number one because I'll continue for
my number one, man. I'm sticking to my guns. There's been a lot of people step up in the ring, but nobody's knocked this movie out yet. That's Dumb and Dumber. That movie, top to bottom, is no drag. I don't care if you like this kind of silly slapstick humor or you don't like it. If you look me in my eyes and tell me that movie ain't funny or made you laugh, you're an absolute liar. You got a guy who's not a comedic actor, who basically kinda is funnier than Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels kinda outshines Jim Carrey.
Which is, at that time, you talking about in his prime, funniest guy in the world without question at that time. And this guy not only goes toe to toe with him, he almost, in some people's opinions, he did beat him.
And I think they both have their aspects in the movie where they shine, like the scene where after Jeff Daniels gets all the laxatives given to him by Jim Carrey, my god, the looks on his face, like he generally looks like how you feel after
something like that.
Yeah, he shows more of the that body humor like we were talking about earlier with Liar Liar. He shows, I think, more of it maybe than Jim Carrey does in that movie.
Yeah. Jim Carrey's got his moments like when he gets hit with the tuxedo stick.
Oh yeah.
Well, but overall, and then who can't not remember the damn snowball scene when I'm talking about me to this camera and just said Nolan Ryan's that bitch right in the face. Ooh, and I'm like, what the hell? Every scene on there though, dude, like when they're around the fire and he's sitting there and he's like, "Here, I'm freezing, Lloyd. My hands are frozen." He goes, "Here, let me give you this extra pair of gloves I have." "You've had these extra gloves sometimes?" He's like, "Yeah, it's the Rockies, He's like, "Well, I'm gonna kill you, dude." It's the whole movie, dude.
One of my favorite things is when they get that random dude to pay for their meal.
Oh, Seabass.
Yeah, Seabass.
Hell yeah, dude. Seabass said he's got her check. If that's Seabass over there, he points at him. "Go ahead and take these too." And then Jeff Daniels goes, "Man, that's awesome. I guess I got away in the movie because he caught up with him a few miles down the road and killed him." He's like, "What the hell?" No, dude, that movie. We've been on movies enough. We're about to dive straight into comedic actors. We'll make this one a little bit shorter. We're gonna go with 3 on that. We've gave some good examples of some movies. We definitely want to hear what you guys think. Peeps, you lead us off again.
I guess I'm going to go probably bottom and top on this one. I mentioned him in one of my movies. I'm going to go James Franco. And it's not really...
How many of those you have?
Just one. The reason why I like James Franco,
I gotta hear this.
he's not just a comedic actor. He's a serious actor. He can direct, he can write, he can produce, he can do whatever. But when he is there, he gives you such a good comedic experience. And yes, I know it's usually the same stoner comedy that, has been going around, in the 2000s, which is kind of, I guess, what the 2000s is known for in comedy is the stoner comedy. But his characters, they always have, just that great lines. We'll go with, I don't know, I'm trying to think of one. The interview when he's just like, he wakes up and Seth Rogen's there, and then they get a knock on the door from the FBI agent, and they're just sitting there with a plate of drugs, and the FBI agent walks in, and he's like, "Those aren't my drugs." And he's like, "Isn't that your house?" And he's like, "No, those aren't my drugs." And then later on in the movie, she takes her glasses off because that's the whole skit of the movie, and he's like, "What happened with the glasses? Did you get LASIK?" It's like, "I didn't think it healed that quickly." And she's like, "Oh, it does now." And it's just, he plays the stupid idiot character, and you go watch his other movies, and he's Why him's so good. Him and Heisenberg. I mean, that's not his actual name, but that's what his
Breaking
name.
Bad.
Yeah, that's what his name will always be, is Heisenberg. I mean, if you grew up in the era of,
We're trying to model ourselves after him. Internet sensations.
yeah, but if you grew up in the era of knowing anything about like people that hit it rich off of, like one creation, and all of a sudden, they're worth more than, like half the people out there, you can actually understand where his character is coming from. I mean, he grew up in that movie saying that his mom didn't actually send him to school. She was teaching him coding, so. And then him and Heisenberg's chemistry in that movie were great. God, when he gets off the helicopter and he has Kiss playing and all that, and he's getting ready to propose.
It's a good movie.
But back to the point of why him, and not why him as in the movie, damn it. But
No pun intended.
yeah, no pun intended. Or it could be a pun intended, who knows. I think it's just his overall acting skills, because you can name a bajillion other comedic actors, and you can't tell me one that, shows a range like he does and can still make you laugh in every movie he's in.
First one. For me, my number 3, I'm gonna go with Zach Galifianakis. He's kind of a new age guy. He's been around, I guess, about as long as Franco.
Yeah.
Super liberal guy in real life. Really is a true pothead. He don't even hide it. He does it on multiple talk shows right in front of the whole world. You can say stoner comic if you want, whatever, but I think he's a little bit more vast than that. If you watch Masterminds, I mean, he's playing just an 80s poor trailer park idiot with a terrible haircut. He does it genius. I mean, he has some hilarious. I don't know if you guys seen that movie, but he has some unbelievable moments in that movie. And he's just really like the town idiot with an awful haircut. He's driving around a damn S10 with a damn wooden door on it. And then he gets dubbed into getting sent to Mexico on a heist that he did himself and didn't get any money out of it. It shows how stupid he was, and it was based on a true story. So,
That was based on a true story.
yeah, it's absolutely based on a true story. And then, what can you say about Alan? I mean, we've already went over this.
Iconic character.
Dude, it is. In all 3 movies, he absolutely delivers. In all 3 movies, he does his role. He takes it to that next level and that next level. Like one of the things that I thought was hilarious, it may be the funniest Alan line in all of it, is when they're in that house of trannies and he's sitting in there in the dressing room, and they're finally realizing that the night before that Stu slept with a man, lady boy, and then all the the trannies are walking through there nude, and you just see Alan looking around. He goes, "Is this some kind of magic show?" You don't understand what's going on. Dude, when I seen that in the theaters, dude, I was just like, how much more stupid but yet genius can this idiot be? He blends stupid and genius together like nobody else. We're running a little long, so I'm gonna kick it back to Peeves. Go ahead, brother.
Number 2, Bill Murray. What else is there to say besides just his name? Caddyshack, Ghostbusters.
Was Ghostbusters his best role?
Ugh.
It's pretty solid. Caddyshack is funny, but he's just an idiot in that movie.
Yeah, Groundhog Day. Even the
dude, Stripes.
Stripes. Oh God, I can't believe I almost forgot Stripes.
Which Candy killed in that too.
Yeah, Candy. Yeah.
That movie's good. That's a good movie.
Yeah, I suggest watching it.
Bill Murray, though, he's got a lot of iconic roles. He's got a lot of hidden roles that he's hilarious in. Like, I'm thinking one of Kingpin, when he's starting to get beat and his damn hair starts sticking up more and more.
Oh my God.
Dude, that shit's hilarious, dude.
Oh my God, I haven't watched Kingpin forever. I love that movie. Oh my God. But now you got me thinking, is Ghostbusters his best role? That's going to rack my brain for a minute. So with that, I'm going to pass it to Bo while I think.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think it is just because he's well-rounded. He wasn't just an idiot like he was in Caddyshack. He had to actually act in Ghostbusters. My number 2, I'm going with Vince Vaughn. Just because.
Shivers.
Just because my number 2 movie of all time was a Vince Vaughn movie. He's got hidden movies such as Four Christmases that he absolutely destroys in. Wedding Crashers, Old School. These are all my top 10 comedic movies of all time. The guy absolutely crushes it. He's the best talker ever on film. He murders it in The Watch. The guy absolutely kills over and over again. And he does have a sidekick in Owen Wilson in a lot of his movies, which that's another movie. The Internship.
Owen Wilson is just...
Did you not like The Internship? That's a phenomenal movie.
Owen Wilson is like scraping fingernails down a chalkboard.
I do not like Owen Wilson as a sidekick.
I don't like him as anything.
Did you not watch You, Me, and Dupree? You got to give that one a chance if you haven't seen it. I think you'll change your mind. With that being said, we're kicking back to Paige for our number 1s, and we're closing this one out.
I'm probably gonna have to, after thinking about it and feeling the like fingernails going down a chalkboard when he mentioned Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, I would probably have to admit maybe Ghostbusters is Bill Murray's best role. But my number 1 all time. I know Charlie Chaplin pretty much started comedy, but this is my all-time favorite comedic actor. I believe he's the best. Robin Williams. Memorable movie after memorable movie after memorable movie. And he's another one that's kind of in the boat with Franco that displayed that he can do other movies besides comedy. Bicentennial Man.
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams. 1 hour photo where he is so creepy. He is a very creepy person. It actually really choked me up when he passed away.
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Dude, the scene in Good Will Hunting where he just lets Matt Damon be a dick.
Matt Damon.
But you know how he just lets him be a dick?
Yeah.
He just plays busy dick right back to him. What do you bench? 325. What about you? You know, he just sits there and goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, that's just, he did great in that movie.
But to me, Robin Williams is the GOAT. I grew up with many of Robin Williams' movies. Aladdin, obviously, Pete's the Genie. Everyone knows that role. Mrs. Doubtfire. I guess cross-dressing before it was cool.
What was the name of that movie with Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes, and they all cross-dressed, and I think Travolta. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know if I do know what you're talking about.
It went like Fu Manchu or something like that.
I don't know. Robin Williams is mine. I'm gonna look this up because I'm now interested.
It's one word. It's like Fu Manchu or something like that. But it had Wesley Snipes. I want to say Swayze, and or Travolta, and they all cross-dressed in the movie. See what the name of that movie is. You want me to go with my number one?
Yeah.
Number one, Jim Carrey. Simple fact, Dumb and Dumber, the funniest movie ever. Jim Carrey in his prime took In Living Color to other heights that. Well,
To Wong Fu.
That's
Thanks
it.
for
That's it.
everything.
Yeah, that's it.
What
What year was that? Early 90s?
95. Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo.
I knew it. It was actually a funny movie. I watched it. Back to what I was talking about, Jim Carrey. Dumb and Dumber is the funniest movie ever. Ace Ventura is in my top 10 funniest movies ever. Ace Ventura 2, he absolutely killed it. Liar Liar, which he mentioned earlier, hilarious. Cable Guy is my number 10 favorite comedy movie ever. The whole In Love and Color series, multiple characters out of there. Dumb and Dumber 2, the actual one, unbelievable. The guy has murdered it. He, like everybody else, has fallen off. But you still had, towards the tail end of his career, you had Dick and Jane. You had Yes Man.
Oh God, I love Yes Man.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious. You had Yes Man, Dick and Jane. I'm trying to think of something else. The Truman Show, which really wasn't a comedy, but he showed his acting side in that. 23 wasn't a comedy, but he did a pretty good job. As
He
an
did an
actor
okay
in that.
job in that.
Yeah.
The Mask, I love The Mask.
Yeah, dude, that's another one that I hadn't even forgot about. So, as you can see, we vary on everything, which is why we made this channel. This one definitely ran a little long,
Yeah, I'm sure we butchered some of the stuff, but you know what?
but we enjoyed it. We're drinking a couple of beers. We're putting out some material. Somebody may sit here and watch. If we got one fan who watches this and loves it, we love it. You know,
Yeah.
we want everybody to love it, but some people may just be sitting there and they want to watch the whole thing, and some people may turn us off after 2 minutes. But that's what it's all about, guys. We are going to shut this one down. We're going to please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell beside it. Real and a beer, we're out.